Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Briareos Kerensky and welcome to the unboxing of Kyoto Xanadu The Blooming Phantom. This is the Japanese limited edition. And I must say this is one beautiful box, so let's take a look around it immediately. So there is a dust jacket that I can't keep straight. On the front we have just another name of this limited edition. On one side the title of the game, and on the back we have the contents of this edition, which include a mini soundtrack, a set of playing cards which recreate the cards you used to study in the game. I guess I'll explain that in the review. Well, the box itself, because it's one gorgeous box, and a wooden coaster plus some DLC. On the bottom of the contents we have some screenshots describing the game, as well on the right a key illustration of the game. So let's remove the dust jacket, and as you can see the box is absolutely beautiful. It has a rough texture, and I think it tries to recreate the boxes dagashi or Japanese sweets come in. It's not washi paper, it has a rougher feeling than that, but let's see if I can show you the texture through reflection. I hope this comes through. And around the box, what is depicted is mainly the title of the game alongside the three main virtues you pursue in it to level up. But let's see. A quick change of perspective, because you have to see how this box opens. And we have the key art of the game. It opens like this. And then here is the game itself, which, yes, it's not shrink wrapped because I've already done the first hour play to this. So let's, and I haven't unboxed this thing past that. So let's unfasten the sides. And here we have, this is even more complex than I thought. So we have this box with two characters. This is the main protagonist, and I don't know who she is. But the main protagonist does have a younger sister, so maybe this is her. And we have a DLC code. This is the playing cards, the wooden coaster, and here we have the mini soundtrack. But let's get back to the box, and this comes out, and you have this illustration that you also see in the game. And this is not the first time Falcom does a very intricate box for their limited editions. Farewell to Zemuria comes to mind, but this absolutely takes the proverbial cake. Let's check the contents, starting off with the game. On the front cover, title of the game, as well as, I think this is the main key art of the whole production. Spine, nothing out of the ordinary, and on the back we have a full rear cover dedicated to screenshots about the game, and this is from the introduction, and then there are a bunch of characters as well. This is the second stage. I reached that yesterday. So there is also a manual, surprisingly enough, as well as a well, inner illustration. Not quite a reverse cover, but it could work as that. And the manual is rather short. Let me zoom in on it. So this reminds me of the manuals used in 3DS games, and I welcome anything like this. So these are, I guess, all... no, there are not all playable characters. This is the headmaster, and unless she becomes playable later in the game. And Linon is a virtual idol in the game. So, description of soul devices, greed, they are the enemies in the game. Xanadu, or Xanadu, as I pronounce it, is the labyrinth you explore. And on the back, some more characters. Introduction to the story on this part. And he is the main character, and she is the first you recruit in your party. And let's take a look inside, and we have the map of Kyoto in this game. As well as some description of the items. You have this iPhone, of course, typical of the Tokyo and Kyoto Xanadu franchise. Xanadu not quite as a whole franchise. And this is the very short, but at least it's here, manual. So next we have the DLC code, very simple. This is a set of made in kimonos, because of course you would have a made in kimono, as well as a more Kyotoite outfit for male characters, as well as glasses. And talking about DLC codes, there is also one for as a DLC, as a pre-order bonus, which is, I don't really know, because I haven't reached a part of the game where you can customize your virtual idol or your phone. And this is the playing card set. In-game, you use these cards to study. It's a mechanic I will explain in the review. And you have these cards that are directly for your main character, and you have these depicting the other characters as support, and you replenish them in different ways. Some illustrations I still haven't seen, because I also haven't met all of the characters. For example, this is one of the first cards you get from the get-go. And I was surprised about this whole study mechanic. It's much more involved than I expected. I don't really know why they call these playing cards. I don't really know what you could play with that, other than, I don't know who holds the highest card, but hey, it's another nice in-game extra. Next we have the wooden coaster. It's much thinner than initially thought. Let's check this, how much it is. It's 3 millimeters in thickness, and has how do you call this for wood? Burnt emblazoned, I don't know, logo of Hirasaka Academy, the school you go to, and I guess it's a nice extra. You also have a set of instructions or origin from where this comes from, and yeah, it's an extra I will never use for its intended purpose. And now, as the final item of this limited edition, we have the original mini soundtrack, that on the front cover has part of the illustration we've seen on the outer box, of course, title of the game and the disc, as well as some of the characters, primary, I guess, characters in the game, as well one of the icons you see throughout the game itself. On the back there is nothing, but we can spy the disc itself. And is this a booklet? It seems so. So we have the track list, only 8 tracks unfortunately, but as expected of a mini soundtrack, and lyrics for one of the songs. Let's take a look at the disc. And it's a white, almost white and purple rendition and transparent rendition of... it's a slightly different key art of the game. Okay, that's a nice touch. But the unboxing doesn't end here, because it's time for the pre-order bonuses, and this is the AmiAmi bonus, an acrylic stand of one of the characters. Nothing really much to say here. This is what you'd expect from an acrylic stand coming as a pre-order from a limited edition. And the last pre-order bonus, again from AmiAmi, is a clear poster. Well, clear because it's printed on glossy paper, but there are no transparent parts on this poster. Size is standard, 59.5 centimeters tall and 42 centimeters wide. It depicts the main character of the game, as well as the logos, and in the background there are, I think, 4 of the main girls present in Kyoto Xanadu. This is a typical limited edition from Falcom. You have a couple of DLCs, you have a mini soundtrack, and a couple of extras that do tie well in with the game. And probably it's because I've already played it for a bit, but this looks like a relatively small release from Falcom. I don't get the same enthusiasm you get from other releases like his, or of course Cold Steel and The Legend of Heroes in general. But I will detail everything in the upcoming review, whenever that will be. In the previous unboxing I said that Blue Reflection Quartet will be in the next unboxing, but I realized that the game will come out July 30th, so I don't think I will have that for next week. And depending on the weather, I might unbox something different, or just have a nice week of relaxation instead of making videos about video games. Whatever my next video will be, in the meantime, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing and you'll stick around for more. Briareos Kerensky, over and out.